I get this question a lot from you guys, asking me what to do when like your friends are not really there for you, when they ignore you. This is something Lily has asked me and many, many others. What happens when we're at a party and our friends ignore us? Or what if we're hanging out with them and they're like looking at their phone? What happens when we're together in groups and they talk to everybody else but not me, and it's just basically being ostracized, being left out, being alone, being ignored. And man, back when I was in high school and a teenager, that really hurt my feelings. And it's probably one of the things that did not help my self-esteem at all. And it made me question myself. It made me wonder, why are these other people so much better than me? Why are they ignoring me? Why are they having conversations with them? Like, what is wrong with me? Why don't I have real, genuine friends? How come, and I would just spend all this time and energy questioning, what's wrong with me? What is my problem? How come I'm not enough? Why am I being left out? What do these people have that's better than me? How come, all these unproductive questions. That it's a lot of unproductive questions. Yes, there is a time and a season to examine yourself. If the scenario happens over and over again and friends keep leaving you, there is sometimes a time to go, okay, what am I doing that drives people away? What am I doing that is making it so people don't want to stay and hang out and be friends? And be prayerful about it and ask God and see if he brings you any kind of answer. Like sometimes he might tell you, you interrupt people all the time. They feel like they can't get a word in edgewise. It's always about you. You're always talking about yourself, or whatever it is. If you ask God, he will give you the answer and he will show you. And maybe you have some friends that are people that you're still good, even if you're just acquaintances with them, or people that not friends who are always complaining and gossiping and telling you everything wrong. But if you have some people that you trust and you can say, hey, I just want to ask you, I'm trying to improve my relationships with people. When we've hung out, is there anything you can see that I do that's annoying or that rubs you the wrong way? Or ask a couple people that you trust and hear what they have to say. If more than one person says, well, it's kind of always about you and you never want to hear what I'm going through, hear what people have to say and take that into consideration. So there's a couple things that we're talking about here. Is it you? Pray about it. Ask some people, what do I do that makes you not want to be around me? Or maybe it's not you. Maybe these friends just don't vibe with you. Not everybody gets along forever. People that you're friends with in high school, sometimes you don't remain friends with when you get to college. Sometimes people grow up, they get married, they have a family, and it's not that they don't like you anymore, they just don't have the time or the money to hang out. When you're paying for babysitters, you don't have the time to sit around and be lazy and walk around the mall and just go out to eat and watch movies. All of that is a thing of the past. So sometimes it's not you, sometimes it's all these other considerations. But you can find out from some people that you trust, is there anything I'm doing that's making it so I can't keep friends? But here's the big thing. You don't want anybody in your life who doesn't believe in you anyway. You don't want to waste your time with people who have no faith in you. You don't want to waste your time with people who don't see your good traits. If you are being told, well, you're always pointing out how great you are or whatever, you don't want to be around people you have to keep proving yourself to. So I was just sitting here reading the book of Matthew, and it it made me think of this because there was a rich young ruler and he came to Jesus and he said, "My daughter has died. Come lay your hands on her so she can live." This ruler, he wanted his daughter back. And so Jesus went over to his house, and outside was a big bunch of people, clamoring people, wailing and crying and praying, playing noisy instruments and making all this like, "Oh, she's dead. Oh, our lives are over," whatever. And Jesus came and he told them, Jesus came and he said, "Make room. The girl is not dead. She's just sleeping." And all these people wailing and crying, they did not believe Jesus. They actually ridiculed him. Now, sometimes there's people in our life who will say something like, "Oh no, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that." And they will make fun of us and they will ridicule us. And they'll be like, "It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen." And those aren't the people you want in your life. You want the people who are going to believe in you, cheer you on, help you go for your dreams. So when Jesus said, no, she's not dead. She's just sleeping. Then they ridiculed him. He had them all kicked out. He put that crowd of people who did not believe, who had no faith, who said, "It's over. The girl is dead. There's nothing you can do about it." He put them all outside, and then he went in and he took the girl by her hand and she rose up. So who is it in your life that you need to put outside? That you need to say, "You know what? You don't believe in me. You don't believe in, you ignore me. You think I'm just inconsequential. You don't pay attention. Whatever it is." Who is not really there for you? Who is not in your corner? And maybe it's time that you surround yourself with people who have faith in you, who appreciate you, who like your good traits, who, doesn't mean we don't have room for improvement. We all can improve and we can do better and we can be a better friend. But there's people in your life that are coming to your mind right now that don't believe in you, who ridicule you when you say you're going to do something, who put you down, who say it's never going to happen, and they need to be put outside. And you need to surround yourself instead with disciples, maybe not disciples, but you know what I mean? Like Jesus surrounded himself with disciples who believed in him, who were like, "Yeah, God, whatever you say, let's do it." And sometimes you need those people in your life, like, "Hey, whatever you say, let's go do it." But they're also the voice of reason too, some of our friends. So they will keep us from trouble. They will believe in our dreams. And guys, go ahead. Don't feel bad. Put the people outside that need to go outside. Anyone who does not have faith in you, kick him to the curb, because we don't have time for that. We have enough haters and enemies in life that we don't need friends who are going to do the same thing. Live true, love hard, shine bright.